All right. The company is called Retagen, and we're joined by Boris here at the Collision Conference. Thanks for your time, Boris.
Pleasure, Mark. Great to see you. Fantastic conference.
Yeah. How do you find it?
You know what? We are tremendously enjoying all of the activity, all of the industry players, investors, and connecting with fantastic high-profile speakers who resonate with our vision and the values of Retagen to make the world a better place, reduce animal cruelty, and create progress for the world.
Sounds great. Well, without further ado, I'd love to hear more about the company.
Appreciate it, Mark. 90% of drugs fail in R&D. Tens of billions of dollars are wasted, and 70 million animals perish as a result of R&D efforts.
That's a global number?
That is a global annual number, that's right. And as you can understand, the inefficiency is huge. The time that's wasted for patients and all the animals that shouldn't die because of translational problems that still exist in animal testing, i.e. when you do it on animals, it doesn't actually mean that if it's safe in those tests, that it is safe on humans. So to take drugs to the market faster, to make sure the right drugs are there, to make sure that the patents actually give enough value for the innovators, and that patients receive life-saving medications as soon as possible.
And saving animal lives.
And saving animal lives is huge in that particular industry, and some of the adjacent industries such as cosmetics, various apparel industries, etc. And so what we offer is we offer transformational tissue technologies that allow us to innovate and improve drug R&D with creating lab-grown tissues that allow for this testing to happen and be much more translatable and much more likely to weed out the drugs that will not be effective, that will be harmful to humans, forego hopefully in the future animal testing, or at least not do animal testing where it's not needed, and also with very significant potential, Mark, for artificial or lab-grown meats, for innovating in that market, and even therapeutics, even transplant tissue and transplant in terms of improving the outcomes and the success of surgeries. So all of that is covered by the broader general technologies that we have as a result of us having established a small R&D lab, 2 technologies where we have PCT-ready provisional patent applications, and a fantastic internal and extended team. So as you can see, we're really excited about this, are excited about our conversation with you, Mark, and the presence here at Collision.
Thank you so much for that. Without getting too technical,
yes.
If it's lab-grown tissue that you are testing drugs on, or maybe, I don't know, makeup or anything else. Okay,
substances.
Okay, but how would you, if it's not a living person, or a being, like an animal that has a complete body system, like organs and all that, how do you detect if it's going to be harmful or not to humans?
So the wonderful thing about innovation and technology is there's early stages of technology development, and then one can be honest and truthful about what they have as far as their science and their research, and where are you going, what are the ultimate results. So the ultimate vision in the drug development vertical for Retagen specifically is to be able to allow companies to not use animal testing. The reality right now is, to your point, certain kinds of tests require a full system approach. However, the starting point is basic toxicology, basic method of action. So you have a certain substance, is it for sure harmful, already in a very small set of tissue, and hence that is already extremely helpful to have something that's multicellular and it is not monoculture. And we have had our own proof of concept in our own lab, as well as we have had a very successful collaboration with a third party testing our technology, and also confirming the viability and confirming the testing of efficacy and specifically ability of our tissues to provide these intercellular interactions that are really helpful to see what's happening with a substance that's a lot more than monoculture, and on the way towards building more and more complicated systems and more complicated tissue models that might do more of what you, Mark, asked and astutely suggested.
Thank you very much for that. Yeah, I got to start somewhere, of course. Before I ask you for the best website for our viewers to learn more about Retagen, tell us a bit about your partnership, or your connection, rather, with York Region.
Absolutely. York Region is where we're based. We have our lab in the Guelph area. Our office is in Toronto, so we're squarely in the region. I think it's a fantastic place with a lot of economic activity, innovation, diversity, fantastic immigration, which I am a beneficiary of, immigration to Canada, which brings a lot of highly qualified, highly educated people into the region, together with educational institutions such as Seneca Polytechnic, who we're at Retagen are associated with, government support by organizations like IP Ontario. I think there's very many exciting things about human capital, infrastructure, and I think the economic activity that allows us to be very excited to be based in and work out of the York region to build innovations for the world, for it to be better for patients' healthcare, and as we said, to reduce and eliminate animal cruelty and animal testing.
What's the best website for our viewers to learn more about Retagen?
Mark, thanks for asking. It's retagen.com, and that's RETAGEN.com.
Boris, thank you so much for your time.
Mark, a pleasure. Thank you very much for your great questions and your knowledge of the innovation ecosystem. That's clear from your questions.
Thank you again.